Righto, we're back in the shed. Back to the boat. So it's been a few days in between filming. I think I just finished painting the black maybe last time we spoke, but we're going to try and get a fair bit done today. So at the moment I'm just going around. I actually done this the other day, didn't film anything. I'm just marking where those supports or rails go through on there. We're going to drill out all the holes in the floor. I'll do the same to the other side. And then I think I still need to do a little bit of painting. I might just have to paint this piece here because I'm going to carpet here and that's going to be sticking up. So I might paint that just so I don't have raw aluminium. Then I've also got to paint this little section here. So that's just a little infill panel to go from the floor up to the seat there. So I think I'll paint those two. I'll double check, make sure there's nothing else to paint. And then once that floor's right, we'll run into town, grab some carpet. I need to get a fuel filler. I ordered one online, been waiting 2 weeks for it and messaged them, and apparently it never got sent, so they just refunded me. Anyway, I need to go and find a fuel filler, deck filler, so I can put that in, run some hoses. I've got a heap of foam to go under the floor there as well. So we'll get all the foam in, get the floor down. Yeah, I don't know whether I'll get it all done today, but that's the aim. It's a Saturday here, so yeah, we'll get all that going. I've got some EVO foam coming for the tops of these seats, and here I might put a little couple of strips along here just to break the colour. But yeah, that's sort of the plan for today. Oh, actually, I've got to paint the lid that goes there over the battery system, so that's another thing I've got to paint. Yeah, I want to put some EVO foam up there as well to break the colour, but it's getting there. It's slowly getting there. We're going to put the engine back on. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's bloody... Everything takes 3 times longer than you think it will, but we'll get there. All right, let's get into it. Enough of the talking. I'm going to get into it. I've just finished marking out all the cross braces there so I can drill through for the pop rivets. I wanted to sort of pre-drill those before I carpet it. That way, once I carpet it, I can flip this upside down, drill through the carpet, and then we'll drill into the cross braces from there. So just going to go around, give everything a quick sand on the orbital, just to sort of rough the surface up a bit before I go putting the glue on. I'm going to put carpet down here, so I've got some turf glue. I'll use that artificial turf glue. So yeah, we'll do that. So that's the glue there I'll use to glue it all on. Now I usually have usually got a spatula that I use to put that on, but I must have threw it out last time I used it, so I just got a bog applicator here, and all you're going to do is just cut a heap of little teeth in there, so when you smooth it on, it goes through the gaps, if that makes sense. You'll see anyway when I do it, but just a pair of scissors or side cutters and just go along, cut a heap of little teeth out, and that's perfect. Save me another trip into town anyway. You'll see when I use it anyway what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is the carpet we're using. It's just a dark grey from Roadtech Marine. I bought this. So just sort of cut that in. I don't know how I'm going to go here. I think I'll just try to keep the glue away from those holes because they're threaded for the seat pedestals. So maybe I'll just go around them and sort of cut them out later. But yeah, anyway, we'll get some glue on these and get it happening.
Why was happening?
Yeah, so this is what I mean about the grooves in this applicator. See, it sort of leaves lines, gives you a bit of an air gap, whereas if you were to do it straight, it's just not really sort of right. You do it like this, you push the carpet down, gives the glue somewhere to move, and it sort of sticks a lot better. Alrighty, it's the next day again. Slow and steady on the weekends, but actually got a heat done yesterday. We've done the carpet and everything, but it's time to start getting some foam under the floor. So I've got a heap of this, I don't know the bloody technical name for it, but flotation foam essentially. closed cell stuff, so we'll get this in around everywhere. Obviously, because I've taken the foam out of the seats, it's got no flotation in it, and because of the big cavity under the floor, we'll just fill it right up. So that'll be me today. Get a heap of that in there. Yeah, this is the stuff here. All the foam's in, she's full right to the top. Got a little bit under there, but yeah, there's definitely a lot more in there than what was in the seats, so that's done. I still need to get another fuel hose for the breather there, so we're not going to do that side of the floor. But I've just gone through, pre-drilled all the holes from behind so that I can see where the pop rivets are going to go. Now I've got all alloy pop rivets. Lads at Fusion Welding said these are the ones they use, so they're all aluminium, even the center pop bit. Most of them are usually steel and they'll rust out, so we'll bang them in with those. So yeah, I'm going to lift that in, we'll do that. Then I'll be able to put the console in because the console goes on this side. We'll go around, drill them, put them through, and I can slowly start getting it together. Everything's got to be done in bloody stages. I went looking for that fuel hose yesterday, but yeah, nothing was open, couldn't find it for that particular size. But anyway, let's get this in, we'll get the console in. Throw this blanket over, I don't want to bloody scratch paint. Just spent days painting it, we don't want to scratch anything, so put that there. Starting to get me excited, I reckon, once it all slowly starts taking shape. See if it'll balance there. If you haven't watched part one, jump over and jump in the. If you haven't watched part one of the boat build, jump over and have a look. It's a pretty good little watch. A few issues, but we got it sorted. Oh. Solid. Yeah, it's gonna look good. In typical Shane style, I've had a bit of a bloody mischief here. Moving too fast, I forgot to bloody put the holes for the seat. Started cutting. I found one hole there, but I don't know if it's, I don't know, I think it's this way, not that way, so I'm going to have to do a bit of a patch there, but anyway. We'll measure this one. Hopefully they put them in the same sort of spot and I can find where they are. Anyway, sometimes you just got to slow down, otherwise this happens. I'm so dirty, I'm dirty on myself. I was moving too fast, I thought I was going good. I didn't want to bloody undo all the rivets because I've just riveted half the thing on and realised I didn't cut the seat bolt holes. Anyway, we'll work around it. That's how things happen, you know. Alright, we'll do some measuring, we'll find those holes and see how we go. Yeah, so it turns out I have cooked it a bit. Anyway, we'll work it out. Couple of little gaps around. What I'll do, I'll cut this up and we'll just liquid nails it in around. A little bit of liquid nails there. We'll just sort of get it as best we can all the way around and just sort of try and leave the hole there. You know, when you make a mistake like that, it's about how you overcome it. I think that'll get us out of trouble, but I won't forget to do this one anyway. Looks like a dog's breakfast, but it actually does the job. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Have a look at it. Alright, that's sorted. Let's finish it off. Well, there we go. It's all starting to take shape. That's all sorted. The seat's in. Put the console in. I'm starting to get excited now. I'll tell you what, I don't know how many times I've turned my fans off in the radio so you can actually hear what I'm doing, but anyway. console in. Made for it. Starting to look good, eh? Oh man, let's check it out. I just love putting everything back together, eh? It starts taking shape. I reckon I'm going to put a big black sticker across there just to break that colour a little bit. I done a couple of polls over on Instagram and TikTok about boat names. I'm still sort of undecided. I don't know whether we incorporate the name because it's a 410 Rhino. I thought about incorporating the name, the Rhino, so like RDO Rhino, Smoky, and then we thought Smoky Rhino. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any name suggestions, throw them in the comments. Anything to do with RDO Adventures, Hooroo, Smoky, Rhino, any of those sort of names. If you can come up with a good name, throw it in the comments. And yeah, until something jumps out at me, I'm not going to name it. So throw it down there what you reckon. Well, it's been a couple of days and I've got a heap done off camera. Let me show you what we've done, eh? So console's all mounted in. I started putting some electronics in yesterday. So that's starting to really look good. We've got the other side of the floor in. Seat pedestal. I do need to cut that one down a bit. So this one's adjustable, which is good. That's the height I like. But if for any reason I want to bring it up, I can. So that one I'd like to probably make the same height as this one at its lowest. But yeah, that's sort of just another little niggly thing. I'll get that done. We got the fuel hose all done. I've got a deck filler there. I just need to cut that in. It's another little job. I was just about to put the screen on the front of the console, and I thought about making it a bit darker and tinting it, but then after having a bit of a look, it's a little bit out of shape. And I had a piece of this laying up, spare left over. I used this polycarbonate for a lid for the 12-volt box I made, so I think I'll just quickly trace that around, cut a piece out. And I've got some, I bought some cheap tint ages ago. I think I've got some tint there. We'll just put some 5% tint on it or something like that. If I can find it. Anyway, I'll find it later. But yeah, we'll cut that out. Make it sort of nice and fresh. Put a bit of 5% tint on the inside. And what else have we got today? So, eBay special, EVA foam. We might just throw a couple of bits of that on. I thought I got the thicker one, but obviously not anyway. So I want to get a bit of that up on the bow here, so we'll cut some out there, run a bit along the seats, and if we got some left over, might put a couple of strips down the gunnel. All to just sort of break the colour. I wanted carpet down the bottom. It doesn't get as slippery as that EVA foam, so carpet down the bottom, then just, yeah, little bits of EVA foam around the top just to sort of break the colour, give you that little bit of grip. And then obviously this is all painted, it's slippery, it's going to get scratched, so yeah. So a few jobs on the go. We'll yeah, start knocking them out and show you how we go. Just sort of sit that on, trace around, and use the jigsaw to cut it out. There we go. New bit. We'll just tidy those edges up and then mark the holes. Throw some tint on there. Tell you what, I'm lucky I didn't film that because oh, I just scratched it. Took me so long and then I just bloody scratched it. Tell you what, there was a lot of swearing and carrying on going there, so I'm glad I didn't film that whole thing. But anyway, we'll do it again. Well, there we go. There's definitely nothing professional about that. So last year's bit of scene, I was putting this in. I had to mute it because I had songs playing in the background. But anyway, I'm about to have a song here. Let me turn this off. This is the struggles, eh? I love working with the radio on, but all of a sudden I'll have a music playing in the background and then I'll get copyrighted. So anyway, Last year's would have seen I was putting this on. I had to mute that video because there was a song playing. Anyway, we're going to get right into it today. I want to sort of knock this over. It's a Saturday. I want to knock this Tinny over as much as I can do this weekend because I need it out of the shed and I want to start using it. So I started doing some EVA foam the other day, so I just put that piece in as a test. It's turned out good, so I'm going to finish that off. I'm done some measuring. I'm not going to have enough to do everything, so I'm not going to have enough to do up here. But anyway, I'll do everything as much as I can, and then if I need to get more later down the track, I will. I need to get the outboard back on. So I need to get the outboard back on. I've got a new transom plate. I've got to seal up a few holes, stuff like that. But first things first, shed needs a good clean out. I just finished a bonnet for a bloke. As you know, anyone that follows me social media pages, I make these custom bonnets on the side. For anyone that doesn't know me probably, I suppose I should explain. So I'm a panel beater. I work on mainly insurance jobs, smash repair, stuff like that, 5 days a week. And then yeah, I do the bonnets on the side and whatever else to keep me busy because I can't sit still. Anyway, let's clean this shed and then we'll start getting in the boat. So I'm just measuring up for the EVA foam. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, I'm not going to turn the fans off, it's too bloody hot in here, but I'm just measuring up there for the EVA foam and I'm trying to sort of cut it in one piece, although I'm going to split it here and here. I need to cut it all in one piece and then cut those sections just to make sure the diamond pattern matches up, otherwise it's going to be a bit iffy. So that's sort of what I've worked out. Probably hard to understand, but I know what it is. So we'll go and cut it out and we'll see how it lines up, eh? There we go, I'm pretty happy with that. Bit of a gap all the way around. I think that'll do it. We'll mark everything out and I'll show you. So what I've done on the other one, because I've heard the ends lift a lot on this, especially this stuff being just from eBay, it's nothing special. I sort of mark where it sits. I'll run some tape around and I'll spray some 3M contact adhesive all around the edges, a little bit in the middle, just to try and stop the edges from lifting. I did think about running a bead of silicone around the edges here, but I think that's just going to be too much mucking around. So the one I've done on the back as a test, this looks like it's stuck down good, but I mean it's only early, but yeah. That's my theory, so we'll go around, do all that, and then we'll move on to the front. Mark this around with pencil. So that's a bit of a mark there. Then I should be able to put all the tape there. That way it gives me a guide of where the foam's got to sit when I put it back in, but also once I spray the contact adhesive on, it's going to be a bit tricky. Spray that contact adhesive on, it's not going to go everywhere. I don't know, I don't like that piece. We'll do that later. Just give that a wipe down, try and get everything off. I'm also going to use a little bit of adhesion promoter, plastic primer, that sort of thing, just to sort of give the double-sided tape an even better chance of sticking, you know what I mean? And even when I painted this, I purposely left this a little bit gritty with the overspray to sort of get it to stick a bit more as well. I don't know, I've just heard so many stories of this stuff lifting that I want to give it the best chance to stick. So we'll let that go down. Then this is the stuff I'm going to put around the edges. So 3M general trim adhesive. So we'll just put that around the edges. That way it, give it even more chance to stick. The cardboard like that. Well, there we go. We've got most of it done. I haven't filmed a whole lot because I'm watching my young fella. Hey? Leave it there. Yeah, I'm watching my young fella, so I haven't filmed too much, but we've run out. I need to buy another piece for in there and there, so we'll get another roll. Just wait, son. Yeah, you do. But it's looking good. I'm just about to throw the motor on. I put that transom plate on there before. But yeah, it's starting to look good. It's not perfect. I still need to do a bit here anyway, but yeah. Slowly coming together. That's a good shot. How good's that? But yeah, we'll pull it out. We'll hook the motor up on there. Don't worry about that. There's a bit of a cowboy bloody block and tackle there, but anyway, it'll work. I'll get that on, and then we'll see where we go from there. Probably start mounting the forward controls. How good's it starting to look? Yeah, we'll probably start mounting the forward controls. Try out that new cable I bought, and we'll go from there. Well, there we go. Motor's back on. It's getting there. It's late in the arvo now. We're about to head into town. They got Cairns Festival or something on this weekend, so we're going to check that out. But I got a full day in here tomorrow, so we'll try and tidy that up, get some wires run, work out how we're going to do everything. Got to do a little bit of wiring. But yeah, we're getting there. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning. So today I've been into Whitworth's, done a bit of shopping, grabbed a few things. I'm trying to hook up some rigging tube at the moment. So this is what we got, rigging tube with a flange, sort of to go from the outboard up under this box, and then sort of I'll poke them out here somewhere. No real clue what I'm doing. I've tried to watch a few videos to see sort of how people do it, but anyway, we're just having a go. So I'm just pulling apart these cables now, so that I can feed them through the tube, and then we'll sort of start to get it all set up. So that sort of just cleans the whole thing up. Squeeze that onto there. I'll need to get a clamp. After watching a few videos, I seen that they make clamps for them. So I'll get a clamp for there, and then yeah, we'll sort of loop this around in here and then punch it through here. I'll put a bit of a mark there. So we'll see how that turns out. Then I can hook the battery up. We'll go from there. I got a battery tray and stuff. Where did I put it? Oh, I think it's in here. Yeah, so I got like a plastic battery tray. I don't know. That's not a good angle. I don't know how good it'll hold up, but yeah, I just thought maybe, yeah, give it a try. Plastic battery tray. I seen the stainless ones there, but just with the access, I'm mounting it to the floor. I think this will be the best one. I'll put a bit of glue along the base and put either screws or rivets in the 4 points there, and yeah, we'll give that a try. Well, there we go. It's not pretty, but lucky that covers it up. We'll run all those wires through there, and then we'll fix that in place. For now, I'll have to just have them coming into the top of here until I work out where I'm going to run everything. But yeah, steady, steady. Reverse thread. That'll plug in there. And I've still got plenty of room for it to turn all around. How good's that? It's way neater, eh? I don't know if, I don't know, yeah, I don't know how it was, well, before I had nothing, but yeah, that's definitely way neater. Alright, we'll get that mounted. I might even wind that in a little bit more, and then that'll be it. Well, we've lost a heap of footage. While I was editing this video, I couldn't find all the footage of doing all the wiring and fitting most of the stuff out, so I just thought I'd quickly come out, film something and show you through it, eh? So all the engine wiring's all done. That's about as tight as I could get it in there. And then what we've done is we've put another rigging tube down on this side, so it comes in under the seat up into there, and then all the wiring underneath here. Once again, tried to keep it as tight as I could, but a bit hard with boats, hey Sonny? So yeah, all the electronics are done. We got the water snake up the front, iTech World system under here. So that's a 160 amp battery, 40 amp AC DC charge, and then a 25 amp DC DC. So yeah, it's all just about done. You ready to go fishing, Sonny? You wanna go fishing? Yeah. Last thing to do is the steering, and then yeah, we're all good to go. So that'll be the end of this one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want me to do a full sort of run through the boat and show you through, let me know in the comments. If not, next you'll see we'll be fishing, eh? Righto, hooroo.